There are some mornings when I just can't bend down to put on my shoes. Not because I forgot how to do it, but because my knees simply won't cooperate. They're stiff, swollen, like I'd climbed a mountain the day before, even though I barely left the house, and I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. After 60, every step starts to say something, and most days that something is pain. I used to think, well, this must be normal, I'm just getting older. But then I came across a study that changed my perspective. By age 65, your body produces less than half the collagen it actually needs. And that's exactly why your knees, ankles, and joints lose the bounce, the cushioning, the fluidity they once had. So, is there a way to restore that without medication, without the gym, just through everyday food? The answer is yes. And today, I'll walk you through 6 simple, science-backed foods that have been shown to reduce joint swelling by up to 44%, improve knee mobility, and help you get up in the morning with a lot less resistance. But before we dive in, I want to ask you something. How old are you? Drop your number in the comments. I read every single one, not to count birthdays, but to know that we're in this journey together, choosing to care for our joints and take back the comfort we deserve. Now, let's start with the first item, the one that many Americans have thrown away for years, but which holds the key to kickstarting collagen regeneration. I once had a friend named Linda, 66 years old, living in Arizona. Every morning, she'd have the same thing for breakfast: egg whites and peanut butter toast. "It's good for the heart," she'd say. But whenever we went for our morning walk, her knees would act up. Her ankles would swell. Even a short loop around the park left her wincing by the end. One day, her nutritionist asked her a simple question: "Why are you throwing out the most valuable part of the egg?" You see, the yolk, not the white, is where the real collagen magic begins. It doesn't contain collagen directly, but it's packed with the exact nutrients your body needs to make collagen on its own. Sulfur helps build the amino acid chains that form the collagen structure. Biotin and vitamin D support joint tissue repair and reduce inflammation. While egg whites give you protein, the yolks give you the tools to rebuild what age is trying to take away. A 2020 study found that older adults who ate whole eggs 5 days a week for 10 weeks reported a 22% decrease in joint pain, especially in the knees and lower back. Blood markers also showed a drop in C-reactive protein, a key indicator of inflammation. Linda took that advice to heart. She swapped her plain whites for soft-boiled, golden-yolked eggs 3 or 4 times a week. And within 2 months, she was walking downstairs without bracing herself on the railing. "I never imagined something so small could make such a difference," she smiled. And I thought, sometimes the smallest shift is the one your body's been begging for all along. A quick tip for you: go for soft-boiled or gently pan-fried eggs in olive oil. Don't overcook them, and don't separate the yolk. That's where the collagen-activating nutrients live. Worried about cholesterol? Recent research shows that for most seniors, whole eggs don't raise dangerous cholesterol levels and may even support healthy HDL, the good kind that protects your joints. So there it is, a humble little food that's easy to overlook, but powerful when used right. And next, we'll look at something even smaller: a crunchy little seed that holds the enzymes your body needs to kick collagen production into gear. Coming up, pumpkin seeds, the enzyme boosters for collagen. I remember chatting with Mr. Carl, 71, retired engineer from Minnesota. He had a great sense of humor about his joints. "I'm perfectly fine," he'd say, "as long as I don't have to sit, stand, climb stairs, or bend down." We laughed, but I knew he wasn't really joking. One Saturday, we were walking through the local farmer's market when he pointed to a bag of pumpkin seeds. These tiny things help with joints? He asked, half skeptical. The answer? Yes. And more than most people realize. Pumpkin seeds don't contain collagen directly, but they're loaded with the exact trace minerals your body needs to build it from scratch. Zinc activates the enzymes that trigger collagen production. Magnesium reduces inflammation and supports muscle and nerve function. Manganese helps strengthen and maintain flexible connective tissue. Together, these minerals act like the construction crew your body needs to rebuild cartilage, joint lining, and worn-out ligaments. A 2021 clinical study showed that older adults who ate just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks experienced a 19% decrease in lower leg swelling, a 27% improvement in joint flexibility, and a boost in markers tied to collagen production and reduced oxidative stress. Mr. Carl gave it a try. Every morning, he added a handful of pumpkin seeds to his yogurt or warm oats. He even learned to soak them in water with a pinch of sea salt overnight to boost nutrient absorption and ease digestion. After 4 weeks, he pulled me aside and said, "I stood up today and didn't even think about it. No groaning, no hesitation. I felt steady." A tip for you. Soak raw pumpkin seeds overnight in lightly salted water to reduce phytic acid and enhance mineral absorption. Lightly roast them the next day for crunch or eat them raw. Add to oatmeal, salads, or even blend into smoothies. The lesson? Sometimes healing starts with supporting your body's natural processes, not replacing them. These little seeds may be tiny, but they give your joints exactly what they need to rebuild from the inside out. We've covered nutrients that spark collagen production. Now let's talk about a food that actually contains collagen, and it's one that many of us have been throwing away for decades. Up next, chicken skin, the collagen you've been throwing away. When was the last time you ate a piece of roast chicken with the skin still on? I ask because of Doris, a 69-year-old homemaker from Ohio, who once shared a story that stayed with me. "I've been peeling off the skin for over 30 years, she said. "I always thought it was bad for my heart. But then, during a family gathering, her grandson, who was studying nutrition, gently said, 'Grandma, did you know chicken skin is actually one of the best natural sources of type I collagen for your joints and ligaments?'" Why is chicken skin so good for your joints? Because type 1 collagen, the kind found in skin, tendons, and connective tissue, makes up nearly 90% of the collagen in your body, and chicken skin is loaded with it. When cooked properly, boiled, gently roasted, or added to soups, this collagen turns into gelatin, which is easily absorbed by your body. It helps reduce inflammation, rebuild cartilage cushions, and improve joint flexibility. In fact, a study published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences found that adults over 55 who consumed natural collagen from chicken skin 3 times a week reported a 40% improvement in joint comfort and a 33% reduction in stiffness after just 12 weeks. For Doris, the shift was simple. She stopped tossing the skin and instead kept it on while cooking her chicken. She'd roast it gently, simmer it into hearty vegetable soups, anything to keep the texture soft and nutrients intact. She avoided deep frying it, knowing that high heat could destroy the collagen. 6 weeks later, she called me just to say, "I don't hear that crack crack sound in my knees when I climb the stairs anymore." A quick tip for you. Choose pasture-raised, hormone-free chicken if possible. Cook the skin low and slow by boiling, simmering, or roasting gently rather than deep frying. Add it to warm salads, soups, or pair it with roasted vegetables. And you might just say goodbye to joint supplements. The takeaway? Sometimes what we've been avoiding out of fear is exactly what our bodies have been missing. A simple shift in mindset and in the kitchen can bring real relief. So now we've covered enzymes from seeds, internal collagen production from egg yolks, and now natural, ready-to-use collagen from chicken skin. But there's one more, a liquid gold that's even gentler, easier to absorb. And just one warm cup a day could deliver deep, lasting relief to your joints. Coming up next, bone broth, the liquid collagen that actually works. When I was a kid, every time I caught a cold, my mom would make a big pot of bone broth. Back then, I thought of it as comfort food. But now, when my knees creak every morning, I realize something. Mom was right. Bone broth doesn't just comfort you when you're sick. It comforts your joints, too. I think of Mr. Walter, 74 years old, living in Colorado. He used to suffer from chronic knee pain, so much so that he couldn't stand for more than 10 minutes at a time. During a routine checkup, his nutritionist asked him, "When was the last time you made a real pot of broth from bones?" Bone broth isn't just stock, it's a natural therapy for your connective tissue. When you simmer bones for 12 to 24 hours, especially beef bones with tendons or chicken necks and backs, you extract a powerful blend of collagen types I and II, easily absorbed gelatin, and key amino acids like glycine, proline, and glutamine, the very building blocks of joint cartilage. A 2021 study in clinical interventions in aging found that seniors who drank 1 cup of bone broth daily for 12 weeks experienced a 44% reduction in joint swelling, a 38% boost in mobility, and even measurable thickening of the knee cartilage on ultrasound scans. As for Mr. Walter, he started making a big pot of homemade bone broth every week, storing it in glass jars in the fridge. Every morning, he warmed a cup and drank it like coffee, part of his new routine. 3 weeks later, he called me chuckling. I sat through the whole church sermon without needing to lean on anything. A quick tip for you. Use beef knuckles, chicken backs, tendons, or chicken feet. Anything with connective tissue. Add apple cider vinegar to help extract minerals, plus onion, ginger, and herbs for flavor. Avoid store-bought broths with preservatives or added salt. Use it to cook rice, soups, or just sip 1 warm cup each morning. The takeaway? Sometimes, healing doesn't come in a prescription. It comes slowly, from a simmering pot, restoring your joints 1 cup at a time. And if bone broth is the gentle daily remedy for your cartilage and ligaments, then the next food is what I call a secret superfood, something most Americans skip because it looks a little strange. But inside, it holds the most potent natural collagen source on the planet. Up next, beef tendons, the #1 most powerful food for joint regeneration. If you've ever walked past beef tendons at the grocery store and thought, "There's no way I can chew through that," you're not alone. I thought the same until I met James. James is 76, a retired police officer in Texas. He once ran every morning, but by the time I met him, he needed a walker just to move around the house. The arthritis in his knees had gotten that bad. One afternoon, his daughter, a culinary nutritionist, told him, "Dad, you need the strongest collagen source out there, and it's not in a supplement bottle, it's in Mom's beef tendon stew." So what makes beef tendons so powerful? Tendons are connective tissues rich in type 1 collagen, the very kind that supports your ligaments, cartilage, and joints. When slow cooked for hours, the collagen breaks down into gelatin, a highly absorbable form that feeds directly into joint repair. 2022 study published in the Journal of Functional Foods showed seniors over 60 who ate beef tendon stew 3 times a week for 1 month saw a 41% reduction in joint stiffness, a 63% increase in joint fluid density, measurable improvements in balance and walking stability. And James, After 3 weeks of eating beef tendons slow-cooked with ginger, garlic, and root vegetables, he ditched the walker. No one believed a humble, old-school dish would be what helped me walk again, he said. Quick tips for you. Choose fresh, unseasoned beef tendons and simmer them for 8 to 12 hours with apple cider vinegar, onions, and ginger slice into small pieces and pair with veggies or broth, or even blend into soft rice porridge. If you're new to the texture, ease into it. Mix it into soups or stews until it grows on you. Not long ago, I got a message from Margaret, 67, from New Jersey. She wrote, I've been eating egg yolks, drinking bone broth, even cooking beef tendons, but my joints still hurt, still swell, still feel stiff every morning. So I gently asked, How much sleep are you getting? She replied, About 4 to 5 hours. I stay up watching TV and worrying about everything. And that's when it hit me. It's not just about what you add in, it's also about what you remove. Here are 5 sneaky things that silently sabotage your collagen. Every day, refined sugar. It stiffens collagen fibers and speeds up cartilage breakdown. Think. Pastries, soda, packaged juices. Poor sleep. Most collagen production happens during deep sleep. Less than 6 hours? Your body loses its chance to rebuild chronic stress. Releases cortisol, which breaks down collagen and delays joint recovery. Vitamin C deficiency. Your body can't make collagen without vitamin C. No citrus or greens? Your collagen supplements might be going to waste smoking and air pollution. These create long-term inflammation and degrade collagen in both joints and skin. Margaret made a few small changes. She started turning off the TV earlier, going for a 10-minute evening walk, and drinking warm lemon water every morning. 2 weeks later, she sent me a photo of herself watering her garden in the sunshine, and she wrote, For the first time in 2 years, I stood outside without my knees aching. The takeaway? Supporting your joints isn't just about what you eat, it's also about what you stop doing. Protecting collagen is just as important as producing it. Final thoughts. Just start with one small step. We've covered 6 chapters together, from simple healing foods to the habits that quietly sabotage your joints. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Just pick one thing today, one food, one habit, one step forward. And if you've made it this far in the video, I want to hear from you. Which food will you try first? Or what habit are you ready to let go of? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. In the next video, I'll show you how to turn 3 simple foods into a 10-minute morning routine for joint recovery. I'll see you there, because your joints deserve to feel good again. You see, caring for your joints isn't just something for the young. It's a journey, one that starts by slowing down, listening to your body, enjoying a nourishing meal, or making one small shift in your habits. And no, you don't need to do it all at once. Just begin. One food, one choice, one day. If this video brought you a little inspiration today, share it with someone you care about. A friend, a loved one, or anyone who's quietly battling joint pain. Because sometimes a bowl of bone broth is the best gift we can give. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which food from today's video will you try first? Or is there a habit you're ready to change? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them and would love to connect. Want more content like this? Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you won't miss the next video. Because here, we're not just talking about health, we're talking about quality of life at every age. Thanks for spending this time with me today. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, you're not too old. You're just getting started.